Welcome back to Last Draft Sports Podcast. I am your host, Joshua Axel. And week 14, I believe it's 14. Yeah, 14 is done. I don't know if you heard that, but yeah, if you did, oh well. But it's a good week of football. The playoffs are heating up. 4 games left. It is getting intense in the NFL. And I'm here to break down the madness on Last Drive Sports. Let's get into the week recap, the 5 top games by my choice. I had to put them in here. Thursday night, Pittsburgh 28, Minnesota 36. First half, it looks like Minnesota was finally going to have their huge win that they needed the whole season to show that they're a good team. Second half, made me want to do some unspeakable things to the Minnesota Vikings. But yeah, last play kind of like the Lions game, but this time we get away with the W. In the Ebron's hands, hit out by the Hitman. Vikings win it. First half Vikings, if they can do that, they're a serious playoff contender. Could beat Green Bay, could beat LA. But yeah, man, if they look like that all season, it's a good team. But if that second half just shows what the Vikings do every single time. Then your second game, Rams 30, Cardinals 23. Mistakes by the Cardinals ultimately led this game. Sometimes not being able to cash in. The Rams defense held strong. They were getting pressure on Murray all night. It was hard. And this is the Rams team I thought in the beginning of the year we'd see. And we did see in the beginning of the year. They're finally getting back, and I think they are on a roll now. So Rams get a nice win here. And good win on Monday Night Primetime. Then you had the Cowboys 27, Washington football team 20. The Cowboys offense wasn't inspiring at all. It was the defense that did the work, especially pressure. Heineke was getting pressured. Allen was getting pressured. Football team's offense wasn't able to do that much. Their defense did all right against Dak. Dak didn't look that great, to be honest. But it was just a good team win by the Cowboys. Most of the defense helping them out a lot. Especially Trevon Diggs. He looked like a shutdown corner that game. Oh, my. He was really locking up the receivers for Washington, and he did pretty good. Then you had the Niners 26, Cincy 23. Oh, the special teams for Cincinnati was terrible. 2 muffed punts, which led to 10 points for the Niners. The run game, the Bengals couldn't really stop. George Kittle was a beast. Deebo Samuel did pretty good. Brandon Ayuk, that final touchdown play, which killed him off. The Bengals they get the 49ers defense to bend, just not break. A lot of times where they couldn't get points. It was really tough to watch. Yeah. I mean, tough loss for the Bengals. 49ers do what they've done all season. Target Kittle, run. Works pretty well. But the Bengals defense, they did pretty good for the most part, I think. They were getting some pressure. They got a lot of pressure on Burrow. But yeah, it was a good win by the 49ers, but the Bengals, they could have had this one, man. They could have had this one. A little sore throat, sorry. Bills 27, Bucks 33. First half, Bucks were shutting them down. Bills come back. Well, I mean, Josh Allen kind of came back for them, but they get in overtime. And Tom Brady touchdown. Was that Rashad Perriman? I'm pretty sure. I think it was Perriman. But yeah, I didn't watch this game that much. I don't know too much about it. I know I did watch a little bit of it. But yeah, I saw the highlights and stuff, whatever. Yeah, it was an alright game. But yeah, Bucks let them come back, but they were looking pretty good. And the Bucks are a pretty solid roster. Bills, shaky. That is your Week 14 recap. Let's go into the Week 15 picks. My top 5 game picks. So Thursday night, we're going to start off Kansas City at LA. Originally, last week, I had LA winning this one and kind of an upset win. But after seeing how Kansas City destroyed the Raiders, I got to give it to Kansas City. They look like I had LA winning the division, but now I think I'm going to have Kansas City winning the division. They're just doing so good, man. Looking how I thought they would be. It's honestly their defense carrying more than their offense, though. Still looking for the offense to get out of the little kind of drop there. And they're doing all right, but it's not Kansas City's offense, to be honest. But yeah, I have Kansas City win this one, but it could be a good game. I could see it going either way, but I kind of lean to Kansas City in this one. New England at Indianapolis. Um, it could be a good game. Don't get me wrong, but I have New England in this one. Indy, they're good. JT's good. Wentz, he might struggle against that defense. Bill Belichick, I just have this a coaching kind of game, and Bill Belichick is the better coach. I think he gets the Patriots to a win here, and they win against Indianapolis. Las Vegas at Cleveland, not one of the more better games, maybe a playoff deciding one, and I think this is actually a playoff kicking out one. I have the Vegas Raiders beating the Browns. Yeah, Vegas is up and down, mostly down when it comes to this point in the season, but I have them just getting some kind of win against the Browns. Maybe giving their fans hope. Well, let's be honest, they don't have hope anymore. But they have an upset win in Cleveland. Don't ask me why. I just have a gut feeling. That's it. Tennessee at Pittsburgh. Yeah, you'd be surprised why I put this one on. You think, oh, it's an easy Tennessee win. No. I don't like Tannehill that much. They don't have a run game. Pittsburgh's run defense is terrible, but their pass defense is okay. So, and I think they can get pressure on Tannehill. So I think the defense is going to step up a lot here, and Big Ben and the offense is going to get enough to get it done. And I think it's a close game, but I think Pittsburgh grinds it out and get a win here. Washington football team at Philadelphia. You'd be surprised why this one's on here too. This is kind of a week of upsets for me. I have Philadelphia winning at home against Washington. This is if Gardner Minshew starts. If Minshew doesn't start, forget it, football team. But if Minshew starts, I am all in on the football team losing here, especially because I need it for the Vikings to get to the playoffs. But besides that, if Minshew starts, I honestly think they will win. But if Minshew doesn't, loss. That's all I have to it. And that's my Week 15 picks. Let's go into the top 10 teams on the Power Rankings. Number 10, I have the Bengals. Need to do better on special teams. Burrows looked pretty good. Mixon's looked great. Receivers, Chase, Boyd, Higgins have all looked good. Offense can click when it wants to. All line needs to protect better. Defense has been pretty good at certain points in the season. I have them still in the top 10, but they're on the verge of some of these other teams, like 49ers, per se, Bills, Titans. Yeah, those three teams are not in. Number 9, I have the Dallas Cowboys. A nice win, showing that their defense can do some of the work for them when it gets tough. They have done that this season, though, a few times, but it's been rough. But their defense does help them put them here. Offense struggled, picked it up, and that shows that the Cowboys are kind of getting a solid roster going from. And they're at number 9. Number 8, I have the LA Chargers beating the Bengals. They beat Giants, but it's the Giants. But they put up a lot of points against a decent defense. Herbert's looking good. Eckler is pretty good. Their throwing game's good. Their defense has been all right. And I think the Chargers are on their way up, and they hit number 8. Number 7, I got the Colts. I see a lot of teams, or a lot of people not putting them in their top 10, and the only reason they're going down is because teams just did better this week, and they're on the bye. So the Colts is a really good team. I think they're really good. I think the offense can flow through Jonathan Taylor. Carson Wentz is sufficient. I think the defense has done all right, and I just think this team is pretty good, man. I mean, Frank Reich's an all right coach. I mean, some people I know have been hating on him, but I don't think Frank Reich's that bad. And I think this team, if Jonathan Taylor's clicking, it is a top 5 team. Number 6, I got the LA Rams statement win in Arizona. Showing that they can use statement wins. As after they beat the Jaguars, people are still like, are they good? Can we trust them? Maybe we can trust them a little bit more as they beat one of the top, or the top team used to be in the AFC, or the NFC, my bad. The Arizona Cardinals. And now, who are they going up against? They go up against Minnesota in 2 weeks. Minnesota always keeps it close, so it should be a good game. But, what are they going up against this week? Do I have it? I don't have it in my thing, so I'm assuming they're going to win if it's not in my thing, so yeah. But, Yeah, LA did pretty good and got a statement win, which we kind of needed to see from them. But not edging out my top five. My top five, number five, is the Kansas City Chiefs. Their defense has been great. Offense starting to maybe start to click. If they start to click, they're going to be climbing up those power rankings. But the top four teams are pretty good. But these top five teams, I mean, they're kind of edging out the other 10 or the other five on the top 10. And I think these teams are borderline elite. Number four, I got the Cardinals. Losing to the Rams is a tough blow. Murray didn't have much options here. The Lions giving up a lot of pressure. Green did pretty good. Hopkins, he had a drop or two, but he's still DeAndre Hopkins. James Conner, I have not seen him that much season. I didn't buy into the hype that much. But I'm watching this guy. Oh my God, James Conner is for real. I did not like him in Pittsburgh one bit. But James Conner is becoming a really good running back for Arizona. And yeah, the Cardinals have a good team. The defense can do some things when they want. Not an amazing defense by any means, but it's a pretty good defense. In Arizona, I do have them falling, but they're still a good team. Number four. Number three. Finally moving up, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady is amazing. The receivers can get going. Leonard Fournette, the fullback man, looking like he can be a top running back in this league the way they're feeding him and he's getting the yards. Offense is clicking. Defense, run defense, probably the best in football. Pass defense, still a little sketchy, but that's like their only flaw. And Buccaneers have just been elite, man. They almost did choke to the Bills, but they got it done, so I'll give them props. They're still number three. If they would have lost the game, I probably would have put the Chiefs above them. But yeah, they get it done. Number two, I have the Green Bay Packers. Yeah, the Patriots are on a bye. I still think they're the number one team in football. But the Packers, yeah, number two. What happened with the Bears there, Packers? I know you had a good second half, but that first half, not looking like too much of good football. You're in Lambeau, so you should be able to deal with the Bears. I thought it was going to be a blowout. I don't like the Bears. I like you guys more than the Bears. Please blow them out. Don't let them have hope that they're going to win. Come on, it's the Chicago Bears. Yeah, but Green Bay, maybe a more convincing win. I would have put them above, but it was kind of sketchy at first. Yeah, I can't put Green Bay at number one. But who can put at number one is the New England Patriots. Not much to talk about. They're on a bye. I love Bill. Mac's been pretty good. The running game's been pretty good. We saw that in the Bills game. And the defense has been pretty good, or pretty much elite. It's been a really good defense this year. Of course, it's under Bill Belichick. But yeah, the Patriots are number one on my power rankings as my top 10. Take a water break for a second. Alrighty. Now we got the wild card contention. So I'm going to do AFC and NFC. This is my two other things that I normally do. And I think I picked 5 through 12 in the wild card teams where I think they're going to rank. I already predicted the rest of the season. And here's where I think they're going to rank. So kind of an update on my player predictions without the top 4 division leaders. So let's go at number 12. Let's start with the AFC. 12, I have the Browns. They have a rough schedule ahead. I have them losing to the Raiders, as you saw. I think that takes them out. And yeah, I mean, I just don't trust the Browns anymore. I know they're a good team to beat the Ravens, but the Ravens didn't have Lamar. They're injured to heck. But yeah, I just don't see the Browns making it. Number 11, talking about those Ravens. Yeah, I have them at number 11. Tough with the injuries. If they didn't have injuries, I think they'd make the playoffs, but injuries killed the Ravens, and that's going to put them out of the playoffs, man. I don't got much to say anything else about it, but injuries just killed the Ravens. Baltimore, therefore, is out. So, number 10, I have... Oh, I had the Browns at 10. My bad. Same thing for that. But I was surprised I had them at number 12. Number 12 is the Broncos. My bad. Offense, Javonte Williams is good. Bridgewater's sufficient. Offense just can't get doing too much. And the defense, while good, has had spotty moments and just tough schedule for the Broncos. They're not going to be able to get it. So now we go to number 9. Kind of surprised they're in here. I don't like them that much. But I had the Pittsburgh Steelers, a terrible run defense, an okay pass defense, good pressure, not that good of an offense. Just it's kind of schedule based. Number 8, just missing the playoffs. I had the Dolphins. I really want the teams at 8 and 7 both to make the playoffs, but it can't be both. Had to be one or the other. In conference, they both had the same record at the end, but conference, let the other team advance, and it's the Dolphins at number 8. I have them going on their winning streak, almost getting there. The defense was showing out. Offense has been sufficient, just not able to beat the big teams. If they can beat the Patriots in Week 18, I think is the only one they lost. Because Patriots is the only one I have them dropping now. If they beat them out and they win out, I could have the Dolphins making the playoffs, just like that. But then they would edge up number 7, which I have making the playoffs. Indianapolis Colts, super high on them. They have a really rough schedule to finish it out, but I think they'll battle into the playoffs. And I think they can do good. They can get some upset wins, and I have the Colts getting number 7. Number 6, I have the Bills. Been inconsistent, but it's a great team, man. You got Allen, no run game to speak of. You got Diggs, Beasley. I haven't heard much about Beasley. Is he injured or something? But I haven't heard much about him. O-line has been pretty bad, so the offense kind of relying on Josh Allen a lot in that passing game. But the defense has been good from the Bills for the most part. So yeah, I have the Bills sneaking in. Number 5, I said I had the Chiefs getting it. So the Chargers, still an elite team, but they're going to hit number 5. As I said before, I love the Chargers. I've talked about my power rankings, but just by schedule, they're going to hit number 5. Unless they win against Kansas City, then I think they'd win the division for me, but I'm not sure. I don't have the records right in front of me. Now let's go to the NFC. Number 12, I have the Seahawks. Just terrible start. Hasn't got much going for them. Russ was out for a while. When he got back, it looks like he's still injured. Running game's not much to be found, even though Rashad Penny had a really good week last week. Lockett and Metcalf had their games. O-line's been bad. Defense has been not that great. Just rough year for the Seahawks. Number 11, I have the Saints, just too injured to make it anywhere. That's all I got to say, really. The receivers are out. Their quarterback's out. Kamara got back. He did. Was he back? I can't remember. I think he was, but I'm not sure, so I'm not going to talk about that. And the defense has been good, but just not able to carry that offense. Number 10, I have the Atlanta Falcons. I had them doing all right this year, just competitive NFC, and they're just not able to edge out the other teams on top. Sorry, I'm drinking a lot of water in my throat, so count this self-explanatory. But yeah, number 10, Falcons. Cordell Patterson's cool. Matt Ryan, not so cool. Defense side. Number 9, I have the Eagles, just not able to edge it out. Jalen Hurts has been pretty bad. He's able to run the ball, just not able to throw. It's like Kyler Murray without throwing the ball. But Kyler Murray is still better on his feet. Anyway, the thing's just a quarterback that lets the Eagles not get in here, and the suspect defense. So, yeah, number 8, I have the Washington football team. They very much could probably get the 7th seed. They're probably going to edge out the Vikings because Vikings. But yeah, just because I believe somehow, some way, I have the football team at 8. Making that huge comeback. I don't know if Heineke's out. If Heineke is actually out, they might have a good chance of not making the playoffs. But yeah, Terry McLaurin's a beast. Antonio Gibson might be finally hitting his stride. Defense looked pretty good against the Cowboys, but they've had their struggles offensively. And yeah, football team 8. 7th, I have the Vikings. Oh, God, don't even get me started. Next team. 6, I have the 49ers. They've been able to get a good run game. When their passing game is good, they hit Kittle. Deebo Samuel's a beast. You can have his moments. Just Jimmy Garoppolo, man. Ugh. And the defense is pretty good. You still got studs. Great run defense. Pretty good pass defense when it wants to be. You can't kind of throw on them. That is their weak point. But yeah. Number 5, I have the Rams, still losing to the Cardinals. But this team looks solid. As I was talking before, the Rams look like a really solid team and could do some damage in the playoffs. But that's all I got for the Last Drive Sports podcast. I've been your host, Joshua Hexel. And see you guys with 3 weeks left.